Have you heard the latest story about Hulk Hogan? Because it's getting bold. We got the celebrities who are aligning with this stuff, getting a little more bolder. You got to pay attention. Remember, use that third eye and that third ear. I tell y'all, every time we come on, I'm telling y'all now, because this is crazy out here. Have you heard the latest story of Hulk Hogan, who fired a woman, basically ended her contract? She wasn't an employee, but ended a contract with an influencer when he found out she was black. And here's the lady's story. There's music playing, so I'm gonna mute it and just kind of, I guess I'm gonna read it as we go. I guess that's how I'm best do it. She's not talking no way. So again, it's music playing, so I'm gonna just read it to y'all. She doesn't talk, but anyway, this young lady was paid to be a brand ambassador for Hulk Hogan's new line of beer called Real American Beer. Gotta pay attention to this. Third eye, third ear, y'all. And her contract was canceled the next day after she attended her first event. That's her with Hulk Hogan, so we know it's not a lie. Look, that smile ain't even real. Look at his smile, like, good Lord, how they send me this? So what occurred was she was hired by an agency, obviously. Hulk Hogan's team, whoever's in charge of this, they said, hey, we need influencers. We need some beautiful young ladies. Give us some Hooter style, beautiful young ladies who can, hold your beer cans next to their, boobs. And they're like, okay, great. What his team didn't say is, we need them to look like Karens, blonde Karens. They didn't specify. So they sent, beautiful young ladies. The problem is they're a little too brown. So she did two separate videos. So these are the two. This is the second video. Says one day after promoting his brand, well, you saw her in the video. You saw her with him. He canceled her contract. However, and when she talked to the team, when they called her, the people who hired her for the gigs, and they messaged her and they said, unfortunately, they're canceling your contract. She was like, did I do something wrong? What happened? They're like, oh, no, he's canceling the events. It ain't you. You ain't do nothing wrong. He's actually canceling all of the events. So she's like, oh, okay. But then she turns around and sees that, no, he didn't cancel those events. Those events are still occurring. However, the brown girls have been replaced by these two women here. She says, I don't know, but these are the new brand ambassadors that he hired. Here's the text message from the agency. Her name is Essence. Says, Essence, you didn't do anything wrong at all. In fact, I'm sure you did great. But this client wants us to cancel the rest of the events this week. I'm really sorry. Essence replies, oh my God, what happened? Are they only taking me off of the events, or are they canceling the events completely? The person responds, all the rest of the events are canceled completely. So they probably got rid of that entire agency. Like, oh no, they don't understand when they hear our voice that they should only supply people who look like us and sound like us. She says, I was told the events were being completely canceled. You now see all of a sudden his smile, he looks very much more happy than he did in the little cringy picture he took with her. And look who's standing behind him. Look who's standing behind him. 1, 2, 3. What do they look like? They're on a boat. She said, I guess they didn't have room for us on the boat. Those ladies also got taken out on a boat somewhere. They wasn't invited. The two brown girls. So that was the most recent situation with Hulk Hogan. And it has definitely been trending. One TikToker did a story on this, and it was a black guy, and he was like, y'all know what we need to do? We need to boycott American beer. I said, y'all don't understand what's happening. Real American beer ain't for you. It ain't for us. It's not for us. It's coated. We're going to get to that in a second. Close out this poll question so we put the next one in. Have you heard the latest story of Hulk Hogan firing a woman for being black? 53% of y'all have, so almost half. Well, a little more than half of y'all had. My next question was, and I didn't really remember this, because y'all got to remember, I really just started really being on social media in 2020. Before that, I was, just living my life. I hit stuff here, there in the news, but I was busy. The next poll question is, did you know that Hulk Hogan has a history of being called a racist? Did you know? And I kind of forgot about it until this, and then I started looking. I was like, oh, I forgot all about that. So there's an article here, and I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but I just found this interesting because all of a sudden my third eye and third ear was peeking. I was like, yeah, this is what's happening here. This article by the Intelligencer is saying that Hulk Hogan launches real American beer in St. Louis. Find it near you. It says, let me tell you something, brother. You're going to want to cross the mighty Mississippi River into Missouri if you want Hulk Hogan's new real American beer. The diehard wrestling fans can more than likely picture the iconic Hulk Hogan shouting those words, and that's because he is launching his new beer, and the St. Louis region and Missouri is one of the places getting the early taste. In a report from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, I love them because they really heavily covered the Tim Norman trial. Says the 80s wrestler icon sees this business venture as an opportunity after St. Louis-based Anheuser-Busch lost money following the boycott of Bud Light after marketing the product featuring transgender influencer Dalen Mulvaney. So watch what's happening here. He's seeing an opening. Hey, Michelle. He's seeing an opening because of the let me see. Because of the hate that came out of that promotion where Anheuser-Busch was trying to be more open to all people by having different people featured on their cans. And when they featured a transgender person and featuring Pride, the racists who drank it and the transphobic people who drank it had a fit, and people started boycotting. And you started to see that vitriol, that energy coming from people who looked a certain way. Hulk Hogan is quoted in this article saying, I see this as an open lane right now. He says, this open lane is saying we are American, and America's been waiting for this beer. And then they're saying it's expected. He's expected to visit St. Louis, reportedly promoting the beer on July 19th. But he was also quoted as saying, America's at its best when united. And if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this simple pleasure of sharing a beer. That's why we started Real American Beer, to bring people together one beer at a time. It's BS. I call BS. I call it a dog whistle for those who have the same views, because what I'm noticing, I'm on social media a lot, y'all. I'm on Twitter a lot. I've been posting more shorts and stuff on YouTube, and the rhetoric, the racist rhetoric coming under my videos that have nothing to do with race or anything is ridiculous. And I'm just noticing this. It's the bots, it's the Trump bots and stuff. But some of the coded words that they are using is real American, freedom, patriot. All of those are their code words for white power, basically, to sum it up quickly. And hate, basically. For those of you who didn't know, just to show you who he is, here's a clip from back in, I forgot what year this was, but Hulk Hogan was called out some years ago because he was caught in a racist rant about his daughter's boyfriend at the time, who happened to be black. and he was calling him the N-word, and he said something, and I didn't think to pull that quote. I saw it yesterday. He said something to the effect of, if she's gonna date an N-word, at least let it be a professional athlete N-word making money like whatever, I can't remember the person, versus a regular N-word. And so the racist rant got out. It was published, went all over the place. And this was him apologizing years ago. I forgot what year. I forgot what year. But this is him apologizing way back when. And yet we see today the same kind of behavior. And a real American beer. So this is basically like white power beer. White power beer.
Hulk Hogan, controversial athlete and actor, headline-making reality TV star. The guy was a game changer in the world of professional wrestling. But tonight, in the midst of a racial slur scandal, he's fighting to repair his legacy, opening up exclusively to ABC's Amy Robach about the fallout and the path to forgiveness.
Hulk Hogan's here! Hulk Hogan is in the building!
With his signature leg drop, horseshoe mustache, and unrivaled strength, 12-time world champion Hulk Hogan single-handedly transformed wrestling into a global phenomenon.
Unbelievable!
Today, he's fighting outside of the ring to maintain his legacy.
Could we stop for a second?
Terry Bollea, the man behind the once indestructible Hulkster, letting his guard down.
Out of everything that I've been through, this one hit me probably the hardest, and that's a heck of a thing to say, because I've been through a lot of crazy stuff.
Including an admission of steroid use and his son's legal issues. But last month, a new controversy which threatens to erase his legacy. The National Enquirer reports that Hogan used racial slurs in audio secretly recorded.
I was at the lowest point of my life. My personal life was destroyed. I was very mad at my daughter. I was upset over a situation that happened between her and her boyfriend, and I had no idea I was being taped.
He had no idea he was being taped. Had I known that, I wouldn't have said how I really felt. That's not the point. Obviously, you didn't know you were being taped. That's how we got the truth about who you were, or are rather. Hello?
It was to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I sat in my bathroom.
Notice when anyone does something egregious, the scammers, the racist people like this, they always want to throw the mental health thing, because now you got to feel sorry for them. That's when you know they're not really apologizing. He's not apologizing for what he did or what he said. He's apologizing because he wants to maintain his life, his world, for himself. That's a telltale sign. When the apology is about the people you harm, you don't bring up yourself.
By myself when my ex-wife was gone and the kids were gone, and I was completely broken and destroyed. And I said, what's the easiest way out of this? I mean, I was lost.
You were suicidal.
Yes, I was.
Father's Day card for Brooke?
No. A stark contrast from the Hulk, whose upbeat and tight-knit family was portrayed over 4 seasons of the reality show Hogan Knows Best, where he was overprotective of his only daughter, Brooke.
I mean, I'm almost 18 and I haven't even had a boyfriend yet.
Well, that's good. That's what I wanted.
But according to the National Enquirer, he refers to his daughter's then-boyfriend using the N-word. Do you have any personal preference who ethnically your daughter dates?
No, I don't. Actually, the guy my daughter was dating, I liked him a lot.
You liked him so much you called him an N-word, a ninja. And you said, if you're going to date a ninja, at least date a rich one. That don't sound like somebody you like.
I've known him for quite a while, and I was very mad at a personal situation that happened with my daughter.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment. And where I grew up was South Tampa, Port Tampa, and it was a...
The other thing that, again, people who ain't sorry for what they did, grifters, etc., another thing they do is point the finger. So he's saying, see, it ain't really my fault that I am a racist and that I've been caught saying these things. It's the fault of where I came from. It's their fault.
Really rough neighborhood very low income, and all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. We teased each other with that word. The word was just thrown around like it was nothing.
Is it fair to say that you inherited a racial bias?
I would say that is very fair, but you can break the cycle. And that's what everybody needs to know. You can break this cycle and become a better person, become who you're meant to be instead of who you're supposed to be.
Following these allegations, the WWE fired Bollea. The legendary career he spent a lifetime building wiped out.
I was totally shocked because I've worked with the WWE for almost 30 years off and on, and then all of a sudden, everything I've done, my whole career, my whole life, was like it never happened.
Your image, your likeness, your name erased.
Yeah, like I'd never existed.
That had to hurt.
Oh my gosh, it was devastating. It destroyed me. I mean, I don't know how to say it other than that. It was my whole life.
Many industry bigwigs have come to his defense. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson states, "I've known Terry for a lot of years. I had not known the man to be racist."
It kills me when you get this flying monkey behavior too. I want y'all to understand that flying monkey behavior ain't just isolated to followers of influencers or followers of celebrities. They can also be the friends of those people who do flying monkey behavior like The Rock sitting here doing. He's saying, I have not known him to be a racist. Well, for one, you're not black. For two, you're one of the rich ninjas that he would be okay with. He said it in his own statement that he would be okay dealing with a ninja and his daughter bringing a ninja into their world if the ninja was rich. Well, you qualify as a rich because sometimes racists will overlook your race based on your economic level. The caste system. You got the racial system, which is a social construct. It is not real. But you got the race system, colorism, and then you have the caste system, which is based on your economic level. So sometimes you can overcome, to some degree, your racial level to be if you're on a higher caste level. That's where he falls in. But he too slow to realize that. Because I ain't no flying monkey. I'll call a Rock out too.
George Foreman says,
Oh, is The Rock half black? I thought he was all something else. Then you got this one.
do not condone the language he used, but he is no racist. He is a good guy.
Again, George Foreman. You, ninja, are not like the other ninjas he's referring to. You are in a higher caste system. So you're not going to get the same treatment that he would give to the person, a contractor who's coming to do work on his house, or IT person. He needs a new network in his house, a new server. You know, when you're rich, you got big mansions and stuff. You got servers. You got your own server. If he had the choice between a white man or anybody else of any other race and a black person, he ain't going to pick the black person because that black person's on a lower caste system than him, as well as got the wrong color. You ain't going to experience what he does to everybody else. He ain't going to do it in front of you. Right, B Hunt. They not like us.
Be used, but he is no racist. He is a good guy. Even Hogan's daughter, Brooke, chimes in. Your daughter posted a beautiful poem on Facebook.
Okay, so we done with that. So I saw somebody mention, hold on. I saw somebody mention, well, let me just do the comments. Falcon fan forever. Welcome to the channel, friend. I saw you said that you just became a subscriber of the channel. Welcome. Welcome to the Veeple family. And you're saying he's always been like that. Hey, CJ, I hate for anybody to ever be discriminated against, but the allegations against him are not new. People got to have better discernment and stop putting themselves in these positions. Yeah. But who knows? She could be, she's younger. So maybe, because I think it's just like the Darius Crooks things and other scammers that we see. The news gets old. And so the new people come along and they don't know about it because it's not something that's constantly in the news cycle. So it could be that she didn't know. Could be that once the situation happened to her, it caused her to look into it and say, and then find out, oh, this ain't new. And then maybe that's why she called him out. You know, who knows? Saint Center is saying, well, it's a well-kept secret in the wrestling world that he is a racist. Yeah, I followed him as a kid. I enjoyed wrestling at a point in my life, and I was a fan of Hulk Hogan. And I didn't know until I was an adult that there was a problem with him. There's no such thing as hidden racism anymore. No, they are very bold with it. And a part of me appreciates it. A part of me, I mean, it's toxic and all of that, but I prefer you let me know who you are in the gate, because then I know how to deal with you and I don't have to, you know, play detective to figure it out. I'm glad they don't hide anymore, make it easier for me so I don't have to deal with you at all. Yes. Yep. Basically, I just said that. What happened to his daughter? Here's what I want to do. Kimmy K. Whatever happened to his daughter? She used to love Blackpink. Now I don't know about all that. So his daughter, Hulk Hogan's daughter, does not communicate. Well, I shouldn't say communicate, but does not have a relationship with him as of right now. She actually had a post, and I ran. Oh, it's right here. So Hulk Hogan had his third marriage sometime, I think, in 2023. And his daughter, his son attended the wedding, and his daughter did not attend the wedding. So there was speculation on social media, etc. So she took to her Instagram and she did this post here, and it says, "As many of you know, I value my privacy, but unfortunately, a lot of media outlets are making assumptions as to why I did not attend my father's third wedding. Instead of something speculating it, I decided it was better to write it all down here." She says, "As we all experience this with our own families, the dynamics of a family unit continuously changes over the years. With that being said, my family has experienced a lot of change, with all of it happening in the public eye. I've had to learn how to best navigate those changes as they come, which has been difficult to say the least. For my own journey to healing and happiness, I have chosen to create some distance between myself and my family, and I'm focusing on people and things that heal my heart and align with my personal beliefs, goals, and values. I wish him well," with a heart emoji. That is where his daughter is right now. So that's basically saying he ain't a good man. I'm just saying stuff. I mean, it's something wrong. It's something. I mean, we know what's wrong. We just talked about what's wrong, but there's obviously something going on in his personal life too. And as far as, you know, what she's attracted to, I don't know if she's with a man of color or not. I have no idea. I did watch their reality show. I was a fan of the reality show, but I have not followed them since then. Let me know to go around through you. Right. Yes. When a person is racist, let me know in the gate. That way I know if should I go around you or should I go through you?
Hey, popping like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground